We're called TopHouse, and today we're talking about our song Drive Back Home. I guess we'll start out by playing the song. Okay, here we go. The intro, like suspenseful, kind of like, is suspenseful the right word? There's like a suspenseful like chord thing going on where it's like the G underneath like all the, or like, I don't know, it starts on a C, I guess. But I remember playing it downstairs, like at William's house on the piano, or you were on the piano.
It was at a
showing
Christmas
it to
party.
us at a Christmas party. And then William and I just took out the banjo and violin and we just figured out the whole intro, and it was like
exactly how you hear it on the record is what we figured out in the middle of a Christmas party.
Yeah, it was one of the best feeling. Like it just felt so right, like right then that we were like, this is absolutely a song.
I'm doing this like bow bouncing technique where I effectively am throwing the violin at the beginning to get a bouncing like dun, 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 and it's very fun. It's a very difficult technique, and I kind of sucked at it when we started this, but 300 to 400 shows later playing this, I actually am like half good at the technique now, which is kind of fun. And
take a breath, take a picture, hold it in your mind and don't let go. Keep it close.
For some reason, whenever you say the words "and don't let go" at the beginning, I imagine you with tears in your eyes.
Oh,
and I don't know why. And it's just like something about like the tone. It's like "and don't let go." And I don't know if anyone else gets that or if I'm just
well,
that way.
Now I will.
Now I'll always imagine tears in my eyes.
I've seen this world, I've breathed its color, city streets and winding mountain roads. It's all I've known. But if something doesn't change,
I forget every time live, like I don't actually know what the chords are under the pre-chorus. It's like, but if something doesn't change, I'll like that little like raise. And so I just play something really random on the banjo every time. And I think it's different, and it's definitely the wrong chords, but I don't know.
It works.
Do you know what the BPM of this song is?
I want to say it's like 145 on the recording.
Okay.
Something like that. We play it faster.
Yeah, because I remember this is one of those like, and this happens to me with a few of our songs, but it's like the banjo roll in the chorus, especially at the time of recording, was like the absolute fastest that I could go. And it was like, it's kind of a miracle that we actually got takes that worked, because I wasn't actually able to play that fast. So it was like hours of me just like warming up and then like trying to hit the recording and be like, get it as fast as I could in like the one take and be like, all right, we did it.
My goal is to
song.
get Joe as fast at banjo as possible.
I think I'm getting slower. That's the problem.
The violin solo in this, like,
It's cracked.
I like went into that solo after the first chorus, and like I had this idea where I'd play octaves and like kind of jump, and for one of the recordings it just went perfectly, and that ended up as the solo. Like, but what's really terrifying even to this day is like it was a really good take of that, But that is like almost impossible to do. Like it's like you're jumping from I think it's like third position to like 12th or something like stupid to get like that high to get those higher notes, and like it's all in octaves. Violinists will understand. So it's like that's like one of the main things I have to practice on the road is that it's not right.
Catch the moment, catch the feeling. Try one thing and move on to the next. Chase the dream of chasing madness. Try to get the newest and the best. Where does it end?
I know the violin line came from one of the things I hate, perhaps like more than I should, is like repetitive violin lines. And so like whenever we end up with something like this, I have to always find weird ways to make sure it's not just like chunk, 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 chunk the whole time, or even like da 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 like.
Everywhere that I go, Maine to San Francisco.
It was less than a year, I think, after I got married that we wrote this song. So my wife and I did our honeymoon in Maine. So that was where like the Maine to San Francisco line came from. But it was also like I had just like, we were there in October and it was like the colors just like out of this world. So that's like the opening or the first verse. It's like breathe the colors or whatever.
That's where like that's
like what I had in mind was like Maine in the fall, because I remember like being on this mountain, like looking at everything, and I was like, I feel like I'm like inhaling this right now. Like the colors are like so vivid. I was like, it was really cool. So we just did our Maine to San Francisco tour. So we went from Maine to San Francisco, and it was so fun because every night I would say, you know, like Maine to, you know, Albuquerque. We didn't play Albuquerque, but I just like plug in whatever city we were at in place of San Francisco, and then we ended in San Francisco and we played it. And it was hilarious because we like, I think it was Eli and Jesse and I right before the show, I like was like, hey guys, what if after we say like Maine to San Francisco, we like stop and we just let the crowd react? But we forgot to tell William. And so we like get to that part in the show. But that's actually like, that was like one of the highlights of the whole tour for me, was like ending the entire tour on this song in San Francisco, and we like sang like Maine to San Francisco, and then we stopped and the crowd just went like berserk for like a solid like 20 seconds, and then we all kind of looked at each other, we're like, okay, and then we just like started it again. But that was a fun time.
Every road calls me home.
This is a fun song. It's very energetic and like fast paced. And I feel like in a lot of ways, if I was forced to show someone like what is a TopHouse song, I would like, this would maybe be in my top 3 choices to show.
This song started after we went to 2 concerts together. We went and we saw Trampled by Turtles and we saw Need to Breathe.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it started with me trying to write a Need to Breathe song, and it ended up turning into a Trampled by Turtles. Not that it's like any of those.
Somehow that seems like the perfect, like, if we're like right in the middle somewhere.
If you took that and mashed it together.
That kind of works.
But I have like the first like MIDI demo of it. I remember sending to you and being like, we should use this.
Yeah.
And I do that a lot. But this
I feel like you have this thing where you'll send me a MIDI demo and there's MIDI banjo in it. And it's like you're playing the MIDI banjo on piano, and it's like really freaking fast. And then I listened to it and I'm like, sounds cool, but I can't play that on banjo.
It's a recurring problem.
It's happened like 4 times.
This song was so like, we've done a lot of collaboration with each other, but this song I think was the most collaborative song that we've ever made. Mm-hmm. Like I remember I came in with that, we figured out that intro together. I went and I like built out the bones of this song where I built the chorus and I built the verses and I like put it all together with no lyrics or anything, just like me mumbling. And then we all just sort of like came in and like put it all together over the course of a couple of
I remember
months.
you had Drive Back Home was like, that was like the line that you had. It was like that's the name of the song. And then we just kind of had to like write based off of that. We came together with this song in the studio one day and we were like, let's just all like separate for like 45 minutes and try to write all the lyrics. And it was truly like so fun because Andy had already written like the chorus, basically Drive Back Home, Rest My Soul. And then I wrote all the verses. We were like really, really stuck on the bridge and then the last part of the chorus that's like what
do. That's another thing about this song is I've always wanted to write like an instrumental hook. Like my dream, I would consider my life successful, at least musically, if I could write like an instrumental riff like Seven Nation Army or like Kids that's just like do 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 do. Just I don't know, just something like that that's iconic. And I wouldn't say this is iconic, but I mean it's iconic to me. And I tried to fit that melody in as many places as possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted.
No, it was just like fun because that was like, we got so stuck on the lyrics for those parts because it's just like the way, because we knew we wanted to keep that exact melody, but like, I don't know, it's just hard to like fit the words in as like a puzzle. And I think Jesse came up with the Waiting for Me, Keepsake, Frozen Story. I remember him like bringing that, and we were all like, what the heck does that even mean? Like, and then we just like plugged it in. We were like, actually, that works really well.
I can't imagine it being anything else now. My wife did our friends Thomas and Julia took the picture for the cover art. And then my wife did the Drive Back Home little circle.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It looks like it's on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we took that photo, it was like 100 degrees, and that fire was really, really hot, and we all had to sit really close to it.
It was brutal.
I feel the need to tell that story to every person who purchases this like vinyl
Right.
at a show.
Like, you need to know that we suffered for this.
Yeah. Eli, what do you think about this song when you hear this song? Because this was pre-Eli.
Pre-live, if you will.
Pre-live. I love playing this song live. I don't know. That's one of the ones I have the most fun with. And I was just thinking while we were listening through, there's moments in this song that, for whatever reason, because of the way I learned it, it's very segmented, and there's a spot where when we do the da 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 da, about 3/4 of the way through, where when we get to that point, when we're playing live, sometimes I blank on what's coming next. I'm like, oh, it must be this part. It's like, that's how I remember it.
There are so many chords in this song.
And I don't know. Yeah, but it's just so much fun to play. I love it. And there's so many little differences in how we play it live compared to the recording that are also just kind of fun too.
Well, that sure was exciting.
That was a great time.
This has been TopHouse with Drive Back Home. Let us know what other song you would like us to break down.